Hi, Mark from Hoverdog Brewery here, and welcome to Homebrew Wednesday. This update is quite short. I'm not bringing anything. The stout was brewed and I bottled it yesterday. Had a sip, it's really nice. Obviously better when it ages. My next beer will be a pale ale with lots of fresh stem ginger and some chilies, maybe a bit of lemon. One of my favourite beers is called Ginger Ninja, and I want to try and replicate something similar. Right, one thing which we've all probably had issues with, and that is, if you want to make your beer, what do you do with it? You can keg it, but then you've really got to sort of drink it, I guess, soonish. I'm not quite sure how long it lasts in a keg, only a keg or something similar. So most of us will bottle our beers because they last longer, and if it's a stout or a porter, it lasts, well, it gets better with age. So, bottles. I think majority of people either have the PET type from Coopers, or they save mineral water or bottled drink bottles, the clear ones, which are especially good for beer mail. Now I use some of those PET bottles, always good to test when they go really hard because you know it's carbonated and almost ready to drink. But I do prefer glass bottles. It takes quite a while to bottle stuff. But where do we get your bottles from? Yeah, homebrew store, or you drink lots of beers and save your bottles. Ask your friends, can you save bottles? I thought about this and I thought, well, I've no bottles. I don't want to go and spend some money on more PET bottles. So where do you get them from? Can you think of somewhere that uses lots and lots of bottles and they want to get rid of them? They don't want to keep them. It costs them to get these carted away and recycled. Can you think of anywhere yet? How about your local pub? Yes, I have a friendly landlord and landlady. I asked them, could I have some bottles, and they said, please help yourself. So I'll whiz you around and show you my collection of bottles that I've actually used for the stout. Okay, this is the glass bottles only. There are another 10 plastic bottles. So we've got quite a few there. These are basically some that I've used before, for drinking out of, etc. As Jim, the old fart brewer, found, you can't use all the cappers and all the bottles. And I've actually done a video on this, but I've worked out exactly why now. I'll put that on a future video. So let's have a quick look at some of these glasses, bottles even. Now that one's quite good. That's actually a Bulmers bottle, which worked out really well. These are Magners bottles. They're good because they're quite large. I think they're 567 litres, I think, or 0.567 litres. They have a slim neck, so they work really well with the capper. I've also found the Recordalic ones. They work really well. A little difficult with a cap, as you saw in the previous video, but yeah, persevere, you're fine. Now a lot of these are going to be half litres or slightly over. I couldn't get enough of these from the pub, so I opted for smaller ones. Now I personally like some smaller bottles because you don't have to have a full glass if you just fancy a bit of beer. So at this end we've got a couple of different ones. Now this small bottle has a slimline neck, so I can use it on any capper, and it's actually 333 millilitres, so same size as a tin of Coke. That's actually a Budweiser bottle, and they're really, really good. Now the green bottle at the end, it's a bit shaking up this because a cat just knocked it off and she ran off, so she's not on the video. But the green ones are actually, you can't really see the text. Yes, it's Italian. It's that famous lager, and I can't think of the word, but it'll come to me in a minute. Peroni, that's it. That's a Peroni bottle, 330, and they're really good. So I know I've got a lot of bottles, and I've got a few spare. But if you're looking for some, go and see your local landlord or landlady. All I did is bring those home, I've soaked them in hot water, took off the labels, then put them in my dishwasher, and then I sanitised them. I checked each one to make sure they're clean. So here are my spare bottles. Not that many, but I actually only picked up enough to bottle the beer that I had. In the fermenter, so only the stout. So, yep, and promise more bottles. Get down to your local pub, landlord, landlady, ask them nicely, can you have some bottles? They may even pay for those to be taken away, and I'm sure they'd be glad for you to take some bottles away. Well, that's it for this Homebrew Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Any comments, stick and follow, maybe even subscribe. Okay, well, one last word. So don't forget, stay thirsty. Lot van Haverag out.